Right, welcome back folks. So we are currently on our way to Lovers Beach, Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Decided to get a water taxi this time. So if you've watched previous videos, you'll know that we fished this beach a couple of days ago. And yeah, it's a bit of a long way to get to it, so we decided to get a water taxi. Last water taxi of the day. We're going to head over, we're going to do a bit of fishing, and then we'll fish probably till sunset, and then we'll take the walk back. Well, we know the fish are here, so no pressure at all. We're just going to head round. Head round to Lovers Beach now, hopefully get dropped off. I picked the wrong side to be on here. Get dropped off, hopefully we can find some fish. Whee! Missed that wave. Yeah? Yeah. Well, that was relatively easy. Now we're going to go and ruin somebody's photo shoot. Right, so as promised, time for a lure change. And for a little metal, it's about 18 grams. A couple of flashy bits, a bit of feathers, a bit of tinsel. Sparkly, shiny. Let's put it in the mix and see what we can find. It casts a lot better than that other thing as well, so I'll put it out there. The other thing is as well is I can bump it rather than with the old paddle tail having to sort of reel it to get movement in it. This I can just sort of flick and flutter and... Right, we're going to take a very quick walk round and just see how Loz is getting on. So Loz is over there, he hasn't had anything yet. He says he's seen a few bust up and there's a few fish in front of him. And instantly I'm wishing I brought the heavy setup, but we're going to have a quick chuck over on this side, put my favourite little metal on. Bass Dash 40 gram, and sling this about over this side for 5 minutes, and then we'll go back to Lovers Beach and have a go over there. So let's try and get this up and out there, shall we? What I really want to do is try and put one over around the front of this rocks, but it's such a mixing bowl over there, everything just gets smashed to pieces. So all I'm doing is just putting it straight out in front of us. I'm trying to get it into as much water really as possible. Just going to let it sink down in there. We've got a bit of a spell between sets, so see if we can get it down and fly it across the bottom somewhere. The current is so strong out there. Right. That's somewhere in that lot. Line's gone slack. Oh, the Lord's God knows where. Probably going to hook into my feet in a minute. Yeah, we'll have one more cast here. I think we'll go back to Lovers Beach. Back on Lovers Beach then. I think we're posting in the wind over that side, but we've also got a lot of bloody party boats out at the minute, so we might need it to cool down a little bit, get a bit quieter, sun to go down maybe before we start to see any sort of action over here. And this was only meant to be a short session. I know Loz said tonight we wanted to head off before it got dark, but we'll see. So look, need to get some fish on this video. Oh, nice one, mate. Little grunter. Yeet! Straight into my lure.
That was on a pink Fallen.
Oh, were it?
Yeah, you know how you've got that blue one?
Yeah. Yeah. Down. There we go. Pink Rapala. I do like my metals though, but I'm not going to get too stubborn. So we'll have a couple more chucks with this, and then put to change. Painted rays jumping just round the corner. There, look. Been jumping just over there. Hopefully. Zoom in, do some trickery with the camera. Got another one of these freaky little things. Look at it. Freaky little things. Go on, mate, get gone. Disgusting little urchin. Right, welcome back, folks. Welcome to another session in Cabo. We were out fishing earlier on the boat. You might be able to see. Covered in all sorts of slop. Got Loz with me down the beach. He's on, what, day 4 of no fish. So he didn't land one on Wednesday's trip. We were out on the beach yesterday. And did it on one on Tuesday? Maybe not. So yeah, he's on a bit of a streak, so we decided we'd come down to the beach and have a chuck into darkness. Now, I was going to use my ultralight setup, so my 8 gram rod. However, we've come down to this beach and it gets deep pretty quick, and there aren't too many breakers. Further up the beach, you'll be able to see that the waves come crashing all the way up. Just like that. So you need decent gear. So I did stick the heavier rod in. So I've got the 10 to 50 gram Nanotech. So I'm going to start off with that. And essentially we've used a public access to get onto the beach here. We're going to walk up to the rocks that way, and then we're going to make our way all the way down to the marina, down yonder, all the way down there. Probably about a good 5 or 6k. And then once we start getting into the bars, somewhere around there, the swell, once again, you're protected by the arch and stuff, so the swell's not as bad. So I'm going to switch to the ultralight gear then. So a bit of a tale of two halves. You probably can't see any of that because the sun's behind me. But yeah, I'm going to get you on the neck mount. We're going to have a bit of a flick. Also, because I didn't want to bring 2 sets of gear, I'm using Loz's lures. And he's got a load of these little bucktail jigs. Let me show you that. Turn it this way. Load of little bucktail jigs that he's not used. Because, well, he doesn't think they'll catch fish on them. So I've got a bit of a personal vendetta now. I need to try and get off of me. So yeah, I need to try and catch something on the bucktail jig. Just to prove a point and one-up him again. So anyway, I'll get you on the neck mount and we'll have a walk and have a bit of a flick, see if we can find some fish. Right then, let's just see how well this bucktail is going to cast. Wet feet already. Nice. Some big swallows actually. Fish jumping there though. Oh, that casts pretty well. Pretty flipping well. Loz has already made his way halfway down the beach because he really wants to get to them rocks down the far end. So he's not wasting any time while I'm sat here doing my recording. This is a very nice looking beach. I reckon the big heavy setup would have been good on here. Some of them big mullet jobs that I've got. Alright. Make sure the drag's set. So something's not going to rip it straight out of my hands. Let's have a wander down.
Oh, yeah.
What's that one? Your Seeker? Yeah.
Oh, the blue. Oh, there we go. So there's black and pink, copper.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Gorgeous one.
Cheers, youth.
And then stick
What was
one
that?
in your pocket and all.
Yeah.
Or that one. Whichever.
I'll take these two for now. I'll catch you up.
Yeah.
Look, so I'm not.
I just want to keep coming. You know, it's like when you've caught from somewhere and you've seen fish before.
Yeah. Yeah, sound. Stick these in my bag and I'll have a steady mooch down behind you.
You catch out.
Yeah, I will do. Alright, see you in a bit. Yeah. I'm not sure the camera does the size of these breakers, the size of these swells justice. You've probably got a good 2 metre swell, and then when it drops out down the beach, you've got like a 15-foot wall of water. Oh, I mean, that's just ridiculous. There's my little bucktail just falling down the face of it. Es muy loco. I mean, look, just look at how far that tide retreats. Alright, I've switched that bucktail out. I'm on a Savage Gear Seekers. 40 grams. Weighted at the back. But that's what Loz is using at the minute. I must admit, he's casting a mile. So, I'll have a go with one of these for a bit. Loz is almost down at the rocks where he wanted to be. Oh, they do cast quite well then, actually. Oh, it probably looks pretty light in the camera, but they've made it all the way down to the rocks at the far end, and I'm making his way back to the rocks down at that end. Been treated to a spectacular little sunset. To be honest, I mean, Loz has been all the way to end. I've just been enjoying listening to the waves, watching the sunset, and finding an awful lot of dead pufferfish. I've seen a seagull pecking away at that, and I thought, oh, it's a little pufferfish, and a couple more pufferfish, some more pufferfish. Just a pufferfish graveyard. Must have been washed up here in the storms the other week. In fact, that looks like another one that's washed up here. That one's a relatively recent one. But yeah, just back up the way. Over the top of this bank, there's like a little shelf that's obviously been carved out as part of the storms, the hurricanes, cyclones that they had the other week. Because we are, believe it or not, here in hurricane season. We've done pretty well the last few times that we've been. So far, we haven't been caught up in anything, but try not to tempt fate. Anyway, we're going to get a bit of a march on down the beach now because it's going to drop dark quick. I'll stick you some clips of the sunset in. I'll see you further down the beach. You got another little jack?
I demanded it and the universe gave it. Just take a quick snap on my vlog.
Yeah. Oh, that's me. Hold on.
Make him look bigger.
Yeah, put him towards me a bit. Yeah, sound. Nice one, mate. Right, time you had a fish. Yeah, Love's just called it. He's seen a little black, bust up in front of him, and yeah, straight away, straight in. So, nice to see a fish. The witching hour. The witching hour is upon us. Might be more like a witching half hour though. Does drop dark quick. Oh, so.